The injury to Nolan Schanuel puts us in a little bit of a bind. So what are we going to do about it? Well, out 1 to 2 months, we got to do something. We got a positional battle happening here at first base. We got Hunter Dozier, who just called up from AAA, against Miguel Sano. We're going to kick it off with Hunter Dozier's side of the story here. Let's see if he can make a statement to become the starting first baseman. He can play other positions. He's a third baseman, can play a little outfield as well. Going to start off the top of the third here with a double. That's a good start. I like it. His first hit as an Angel is a double. Love that. A leadoff double, no less. Cutter Crawford trying to get Luis Rengifo out. Dozier rounding third hard. Headed home. Play at the plate. He is safe. Angels coming back here 3-1. Let's jump ahead here to Dozier's next at bat here in the top of the fifth. A 1-0 pitch. Little ground ball here to Trevor Story out the backhand. Funny little hop, but Dozier's got enough speed to beat it out. That's going to be kind of a separator, I feel like. If Dozier can hit just as well as Sano can with the power, I feel like kind of the separator might be his speed, ultimately. Of course, Sano doesn't have a lot of speed. Dozier almost broke up the double play. Meanwhile, we are tied now, top of the sixth inning, 2-1 pitch with 2 men on, and Dozier rips a double all the way to the Green Monster scoreboard. He will slide into second safely. Run coming home. He'll get tagged out. However, Angels will take the lead thanks to Hunter Dozier, and they'll get a W here thanks to Hunter Dozier. He had a great game in his debut as an Angel here in 2024. And of course, it would be very unfair, even though I'm kind of favoring Dozier right now, it'd be very unfair to just give him the job and not allow Sano to kind of defend himself a little bit. In simulation, he does go 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies. He had a home run, so he's making a statement, like he understands the situation, which is a very, very good sign, because I don't want him to back down. He's obviously making a statement like, I'm not going to go down without a fight. But the next game, Hunter Dozier plays first. He goes 2 for 4 with an RBI, currently batting .454. Sano, I believe, is upwards of .360. So, limited sample size for both guys, but they're competing, and it's a heavily contested, heated battle for that first base job. It's the next 2 months that Schanuel's going to be out, so this could be, in a way, maybe a little tryout for the trade deadline. Sano could be moved at the deadline. He's a little bit older, right? If we can get some good numbers out of him, a team might really like that power. Dozier, on the other hand, might be just a little piece you throw in. Either way, if we get good production out of these guys, I think we might find some value across the league. However, good matchup, lefty on righty for Sano. He hits lefties a lot more from the power side of his game. Does strike out here against Springs in his first at-bat, but he did work the count, which I like to see. He's also working the count here in the top of the fifth. Full count pitch here. Slider is going to miss, and Springs walks Sano. Something that he didn't do a whole lot of in Minnesota, so I do like the fact that Sano is showing some patience here. It just shows that you're being a little bit more selective with that power stroke. That's what I like to see. I want you swinging at pitches you know you can handle. So base hit here for Taylor Ward. Anthony Rendon comes up and little bobble here at third base. He is safe. So the little bobble cost Tampa Bay some time to get that out. Love the hustle there by Anthony Rendon. Looks like Sano's started a little bit of a rally, it looks like, guys. We do have 1 down, 2-2 pitch, and that is a ground ball. Double play off the bat of Luis Rengifo. That is unfortunate because we're going to skip ahead here. Top ninth we go, and again, fastball, high and inside. We're having trouble timing that pitch up, especially with high velo. It's tough for some reason. 0-2 pitch here. Fly ball deep to left field. Could Sano hit another home run? Off of a righty, no less. No, he cannot. He did put a charge into it. So, unfortunately, he does go 0 for 3 with a walk. But again, I do like the patience that he showed there, even despite the 2 strikeouts. And he did make some nice contact at the very end of the game. So he's got pretty much another try. He's got another shot here. Because, again, I'm kind of leaning towards Hunter Dozier at this point. He does well in sim. I like hitting with him in gameplay, so we'll see. Sano's hitting 286 in limited sample, but he gets another left-hander here. Brandon Williamson, that's a deep drive. That's a high and inside pitch. And that baby is gone. Miguel Sano hits a solo shot. Love to see it. Just when we started to doubt Sano a little bit, he comes through with a blast. Let's check him out here on defense here. Top third, ground ball off the bat of Matt McClain, and the throw back over to second. A little off wide, but Neto does make the strong throw back over to Plesac, covering. Nice play all the way around. Sano in the top of the 4th inning. Deep drive to center field. He did have the good timing, but he was just a little bit late. Just a touch. Yes, it was good timing, but just a little late hitting it to center field. If he was working left field, you know he's really working the power stroke. But he does strike out in his next AB. Let's go to the top of the 9th here. That's a drive. Look at that good timing here. Again, Sano is really feeling it with the timing here. But it goes all the way to the wall. I don't think Sano got a good read on it. He thought maybe the center fielder was going to cut it off. He doesn't trust his speed. Something. He should add a double. That's going to count against him. Just saying. It's going to count against him in the evaluation here. Even though it was my fault. User error. We're still going to blame it on Pixelman Sano. He did go 2 for 4 against the left-hander, so I do like that production that he had. I'm just feeling like the platoon is the best way to go. Nobody's really kind of separated themselves. Dozier and Sano, they've been duking it out. They feel like they're pretty close to one another. I think platoon's the answer. So we'll get back to the positional battle here in just a moment, but let's get to some scouting here. Haven't really covered this in this franchise series quite yet, but we do have this guy, Leandro Enriquez, fully scouted at 100%. If you guys took a quick snapshot look of his numbers here, looks like a project hitter. Decent hitter, but that athleticism, that speed, that fielding looks very, very good. I'm also interested in this Michael Ikeda guy. Looks like he could be a better hitter than Leandro Enriquez, but he still has the same ability in the field and on the base path. Sam Byers, another pitcher that I'm interested in. 6'5", 243. He's got some size to him. I like that. I like that out of a pitcher, especially like an ace. You need your guy to kind of be a hoss. Leroy Jones, 18 years old, could be a project pitcher because he is coming out of high school, but he does have some decent size, 6'2", out of New Hampshire there, and he's still got some pretty decent numbers. Obviously, that a little bit misleading right now because you do have such low percentage of scouting progress. Same thing here with Buster Campanella. He looks like he's got some tools in the shed. 4-seam, slurve, curve, splitter. So that's some pretty good pitch mix for a starting pitcher, especially as a left-hander if you're going to throw with high velo. So I do like Buster Campanella. Just watch out for him as we keep moving forward here with scouting. Let's get to Miguel Sano. Has another opportunity against the left-hander, Nick Lodolo. Top of the 3rd inning. That's a base hit down the line, and right fielder can't handle it. That's going to allow Sano to get to second for an RBI double. And that's going to contribute to the Angels' W here on the road. Angels will win 4-3. Detmers was very good, if not solid. Depends on your definition. But I thought he was solid. 5 strikeouts, 6 1/3, 1 walk, 1 earned. I feel like that was a very good performance from Reed Detmers. And then you look at the offensive production here. You had Trout. Looks like he had a home run. Rengifo had a home run. So I'm liking that Rengifo's kind of turning the corner here. He's not having a very good season so far. Batting at cool 141 by the looks of it here. Let's jump here to a homestand against the Baltimore Orioles and John Means. So Sano gets another left-hander, and he starts a little bit of a rally here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Batter is Luis Rengifo. A little check swing, and good base running by Sano, able to freeze on that line drive. Rendon's going to score as well. 2 runs are going to come home. Angels up 4-0 on John Means. They're going to have an early hook on John Means, and you know what? That's all due in part thanks to Sano getting on base. That's what he had to do, and he did it against the left-hander. Right-hander, Dean Kramer, he comes into relief, and Sano can't really handle him by the looks of it. After taking John Means to task here in the 2nd inning, he cannot handle the right-handers. So again, I think it's just solidified the platoon option. I think it's Dozier against righties, and I think it's Sano against lefties. I think that that's just what has to happen. Trout goes 2 for 3 with a double, 2 ribbies. That's nice to see because he's really had a tough early part of the season. Really having a tough 2024. 2 for 3 today, but he's hitting 210. I think if we want to get him back on track, he's going to have to talk to our sports psych. More on that in a minute. In-game challenge here today. Because we had a penalty in the last game, we failed our in-game challenge for last game. We had a penalty, and our penalty is bullpen day. Our relievers can only go 2 innings maximum. So I'm going to kind of play into that with the in-game challenge here today, based on bullpen day. Our task today, our in-game challenge that I accept, will be allowing 3 runs or less against the Orioles. Tough offense to hold them down to 3 runs or less. But Jose Suarez in 2 games, 4 2/3. Pretty respectable ERA in a limited sample size. 1-2 pitch here to Jorge Mateo. That's a deep drive to center field. Mickey Moniak looking up, giving chase. That ball is over the wall. That's gone. Solo shot, leadoff home run. Bullpen day's not really working out. The penalty is, which is kind of nice. I do like to have those extra challenges in my franchise series. So a little extra challenge is never a bad thing. We find ourselves down 1-0 here. Top of the first. Ground ball. Nice play by Zach Neto. Little looping fly ball out there to left field. Joe Adele. You might notice something here. Mike Trout is having the day off. Yes, he had a good game last time, but he's hitting .210. And he was fatigued today, so I had to give him the rest. I need him to be his best and fully healthy and ready to go for the slog of a 162. Grayson Rodriguez starting off the season a little cold. He's got an above 6 ERA, so I do like our chances here to help the bullpen score some runs. We do get a base hit. Mickey Moniak is on after the 98-mile-an-hour fastball that he took to center field. But that slider, that devastating slider from Grayson Rodriguez is going to get Dozier. He'll get Drury, and he gets O'Hoppe, who actually had good timing on the slider. It was right down the middle, too, but he flies out. Man, 15-mile-an-hour difference between the fastball at 98 to 83, 84 on the slider. That's just really tough, especially with timing hitting. So Suarez gets out of the second inning. That's good to see that he did his job. He only gave up the 1 run. Very tough to do against this Baltimore offense. But Robert Stevenson's going to come on. And Mateo, after a walk, he's going to get a little greedy there. We like easy outs. We like free outs. Thank you very much, Jorge. That definitely helps the pitch count for these relievers that can't go very long anyway. Good tag over there by Sano. Ramon Urias, base hit. Aaron Hicks out there in right field. You guys can probably tell it is backup day. Hicks is out there in right. You got Adele out there in left. No Mike Trout. It's backup day. Not just bullpen day. It's backup day all the way around. So top of the third, 97 from Stevenson. Going to get the ground ball from Santander, and that is it for the third inning. So Stevenson does his job. Again, still 1-0 ball game here. 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and Henderson going to bobble that, and Drury is on base. That's what we need. Even with 2 outs, guys, we just need a little bit of a break here. O'Hoppe, ground ball, base hit, right past Gunnar Henderson. There we go. 2 runners on. We need to score that run now. Problem is, it's Miguel Sano. Righty on righty. Slider can't handle it. Sano's vision rating. Looked like we had some good timing on that pitch, but it's a strikeout nonetheless. Base hit here for Gunnar Henderson. He continues to kill us in gameplay. Continues to kill us. 2 strikes. Oh, beautiful pitch. Robert Stevenson with the curveball on Ryan O'Hearn. Here's Colton Cowser. Another nasty curveball. It's one of the things I really like about Stevenson here in the bullpen. He does have some nasty stuff, but it's kind of the risk-reward. He does have some blow-up innings, and it looks like we might be in that spot. We got to find a way to get this last out of this inning. This is Stevenson's last inning anyway. Ground ball to Neto. Make the play, buddy. Got him. There you go. End of the fourth. Our in-game challenge is still intact. 3 earned runs or less for bullpen day. We're holding the O's to 1. However, I'd really like to get a victory here. We'd like to get the offense going. We can't seem to figure out Grayson Rodriguez. Adele strikes out, and now we got to change the pitcher here. It's Luis Garcia. Stevenson's day is done. With ground ball right back to him. He makes the play. McCann is gone. 0-2 pitch here to Jorge Mateo. Swung on and missed the fastball. Nice job by Garcia here. And then look at this pitch. A split finger high and in. You're not looking for that. Let's go bottom 5th. Hunter Dozier. Deep fly ball to left field, but that is gonna hook foul. Just when you thought that we were gonna finally get to Grayson Rodriguez, he's got him in a 2-2. And a little ground ball. This time he throws us a circle changeup that we got out in front of and grounded out. Man, he's just crafty today. And then look at that. Another off-speed pitch. He gets ran to Drury to K. We still can't find an answer for him. Luis Garcia gets another strikeout here. Top of the 6th, Gunnar Henderson. No! Deep drive to right field. It's going to go off the show sign. That was absolutely cranked. 435-foot bomb, 106 on the exit velo. What is this guy? He's killing us. One of the top prospects in baseball Beautiful swing. We can't seem to figure him out. Opening day has a great game. Day after, he walks us off. Now he comes to our place, and he's still killing us. So Matt Moore comes in, the left-hander, to get the next couple of lefties here. Colton Cowser, the last guy he's got to face here. 2 down, 1-2 pitch. Yeah, Moniak's going to make the catch. So you could argue that we probably should have made that move against Gunnar Henderson. I just liked how Garcia was pitching up until that point, but I think hindsight being 2020, that was probably a smarter move, getting the lefty-on-lefty matchup. But Grayson Rodriguez's day is done, so he's out of the ballgame here. So his manager, Brandon Hyde, does not allow him to get the quality start. He was well in line to do it, but he's not going to get credit for it. So Dylan Tate comes on, 8 appearances. He has not allowed an earned run in all 8 games that he's appeared in. And look at this double play ball. Gunnar Henderson with the behind-the-back throw to second base. I swear, dude, this guy is possessed. I mean, what is that? Oh, that is disgusting. It's a beautiful play. It's a beautiful play. Double play ball. Aaron Hicks comes up, gets the good timing, but look at Jorge Mateo in the grass. Makes an incredible play. Look at his feet are in midair. It's ridiculous. They pitch well. They hit well. Timely hitting. They play good defense. That's really the complete team. Orioles are legit, man. Cano is going to strike out Sano. He's going to get Hicks as well. Very, very late swing. And then he's going to get Zach Neto to go down as well. Orioles will shut out our LA Angels. Angels could only muster up 4 hits today on offense. Just way too many strikeouts. You can see Grayson Rodriguez had 9 today. No walks, no earned runs, 4 hits. Their bullpen did not even allow a knock after Grayson Rodriguez left the game. 13 strikeouts for our offense today. I mean, the majority of those came from Rodriguez at 9, but the bullpen still came in and did their job to shut us down. Just, our offense was bad. What that game just proved to me was that we got to find a way to do a better job of hitting guys with high velocity that have a really big speed difference with their off-speed stuff. Rodriguez, 98, 99 fastball, 83 slider. I don't even know how you how do you expect the fastball at that point? How do you react? I don't know. It was tough. It was very, very tough. But we do get 2 wins against the Minnesota Twins. It's kind of funny. Duplicate wins. Twin wins. Oh, God. 17-10 for the Angels at this point. I'm kind of surprised. I thought we were going to be a little bit worse. Obviously, it's a long season. Things can happen. Got some injuries as well with Schanuel. That's going to affect us long term. But I am a little bit surprised here. Buster Campanella, a little update on him. He's at 55% scouted. I want to keep him on the board for another week just because I want to know more about this guy. We get 50% more scouting on him, so he will be at 100% next week. That way we can feel a little bit more confident in his ability and his projections. So I like the idea of just keeping him on there for another week. Meanwhile, we get another victory over the Twins, 18-10. Wow. I think we might actually be legit, guys. We might actually be a legit baseball team. I'm surprised. I thought that this Angels squad was going to be a little bit worse. Now, if in real life opening day was any indication, Angels got a lot of work to do. But again, this is kind of surprising. We get a victory here over Philadelphia. We are 19-11. Game 2 we lost. But Game 3, Sandoval against Nola, will be the next game that I see you guys in. And we have our first monthly update for our Angels franchise here. Let's see some progression. Let's see how guys are doing. Let's check in on some players here. Logan O'Hoppe hitting 141. That is terrible. 92 at-bats. That's enough sample size to say that he's struggling. Rendon's hitting 228. He looks like he might be checked out. Rengifo, he's still struggling. Neto's not doing too bad for a 9-hole hitter, although I would like to see a little bit more power. He does have quite a bit of power against left-handers, so I'm kind of surprised at the home run total. Trout is seeing some regression big time. Of course, he's a 12-year pro. MLB The Show loves to regress guys at 9 to 10 years, so regression for Trout is imminent. It's going to happen. It's going to happen heavy and hard in the next couple of seasons, so we got to watch out for that. But Neto, no regression or progression for him. Let's check out the bench. We got Sano, Adele, Hicks, Tice. Aaron Hicks hitting 174 so far this year. Again, no progression really to talk about, no regression to talk about except for Aaron Hicks. And again, because he's 34 with 10 years of Major League service time. Pitching has been a strength. I think that's why that we're 19-11. Pitching has been ridiculously good. Like .84 for Jimmy Herget, 169 for Moore and Stevenson. Luis Garcia's been good in the setup role. Estevez has 3 blown saves, 4 holds, 8 saves. It's acceptable. I don't expect him to be one of the top closers in the game, but, you know, he's been all right. Griffin Canning, not a lot of progression there. Plesac, kind of 50-50 on progression, regression. But Anderson, again, 8-year pro, seen a lot of regression. He's old. He's older, right? It's just how the show works with progression and regression, unfortunately. We're going to see more of that as the months go on, as the season goes on. But it's all right. We know what to expect. It is what it is. Minor league update. We got some good hitters going on right now down in the minors. You got Willie Calhoun. You got Plasencia. You got Livan Soto hitting well. Jake Marisnik down there at 205. Evan White's been kind of surprising too. When the injury happened to Nolan Schanuel, I was honestly thinking we should call up Evan White and give him a shot, but he ended up not even being on our 40-man roster. So I didn't feel like it was a smart move to just remove someone from the 40 just to call him up. I don't know. Just didn't make a lot of sense. We'll monitor Evan White for a little bit. It's only been 1 month. We'll see if he continues that rate of production, and we'll give him a call if the time's right. But Ben Joyce is interesting. He's got a 5.02 ERA. The whip is sub 1. 16 Ks to 2 walks. That's a really good ratio. It's elite. But he's got a 5.02. So I think that's a little fluky. We'll just keep monitoring Ben Joyce. I do like Joyce. Now, Pomeranz is a guy that's interesting. He's a left-hander, B potential, but, you know, that doesn't matter anymore because he's old. He's 35 years old. You're going to regress. So he might be kind of like a September call-up guy, or if we have an injury to the pitching staff, something to watch out there for Drew Pomeranz. Now, as far as the AA, the Trash Pandas, how are we doing out here? Well, Caleb Ketchup. What a name. I love that guy. D potential player at 61. I don't think he's ever going to make it, but it's just nice to kind of see that, you know, our Trash Pandas are playing pretty darn well. Pitching staff looks pretty good too. But what's interesting here is Caden Dana, he's got to be a starter. I don't like the fact that 54 overall Mason Urla was taking his spot. Caden Dana's got to start. He's got no starts on the season. We're a month into it. It's kind of a little oversight there, but Dana is now in the mix for the rotation. So we'll keep tabs on how he's going to do. I'm really excited about Caden Dana. I think he's going to be a pretty good pitcher for the Angels in real life and for this franchise series. So I'm excited to watch how he progresses. So 19-11 Angels, we will be taking on those Phillies. And we got a little update here with the team psychologist. This letter was sent to me at my desk, and I'm going to read it for you guys. Dear Mr. Gold, I met with Mike Trout, speaking of Mike Trout, for his early season psych evaluation and wanted to give you an update. After the Ohtani trade, I've been seeing him quite regularly as he's begun to question his future with the Angels organization. Ooh, ouch. Yikes. What is he saying here? The loss of the best teammate he's ever had to the Crosstown Dodgers has been traumatic, to say the least. Obviously, Mike is comfortable here in Southern California and has enjoyed great individual success, but he's now 32 and has dealt with his fair share of injuries. Basically, he sees the writing on the wall. What we've discussed is controlling what he can control, and I emphasize how new management, you, of course, can potentially turn things around. All in all, Mike is open to speaking with you and potentially give you 2 to 3 more seasons to right the ship before he asks out. His quote, by 35, I need to win at least 85 a year. Sincerely, Keneal Mason, sports psychologist. Ooh, well, this is going to be pretty challenging. Mike Trout has struggled in the recent weeks. He's starting to get back. I can see little glimpses of his production starting to get back to where he needs to be, but that early season slump that he found himself in is really hurting him. And plus, we've got the Phillies coming to town. That's going to be tough to play against his hometown team. And Bryce Harper, both of those guys, Trout and Harper, have always been compared to each other. And then you got Ohtani now in the mix. He's kind of taken their thunder a little bit. So both those guys are going to be trying to prove to each other who's the better man, as they say. So this is going to be a huge game. I'll see you guys in the next one here coming up on Monday. It's going to be a big episode. We're going to get up to the trade deadline. We're going to get all the way to the draft as well. So it's a huge episode here on Monday. So leave a like if you like this thing, guys. I will see you back here for the next episode as we move swiftly through season number 1. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.